Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to our Master the Art of Safety Observation series, in which we are improving our skills in identifying, recording, and reporting professional safety observations at work site. These observations are basically the form of proactive monitoring intended to proactively identify any areas of improvement, gaps, or deviations from our adopted HSE standards that we have implemented so that we can promptly correct them to ensure the effectiveness of our HSE systems. These are also the part of daily routine work of our site HSE team, and generally we refer these observations as informal inspections. Let's go and see what safety observations our safety team have identified today, how they recorded and reported them. This observation is labeled as mobile scaffold unauthorized access. Hazards are collapse hazard, fall hazard, and unsafe behavior. Immediate cause here is unsafe act. What is the issue here? Our safety team noticed that one of the red tagged mobile scaffold was in use. Our team was using it. While as per our implemented standards, which are in alignment with the client's requirement, any red tag scaffold must be restricted to the authorized access only. These are generally the scaffolders or erectors. So this situation is creating a collapse hazard, fall hazard, unsafe behavior, and creating a non-compliance. Location is area 1. Consequences: incomplete under maintenance scaffold may lead to the collapse, causing serious injuries, even fatalities, material damage, work disruption, and implications of non-compliance. Action taken: safety team reported the issue, notified the area supervisors to implement safe work procedures effectively. They removed the worker safely and called the safety stand down for all the involved people. They briefed them on the safety concerns, importance of following the safe work procedure, safe system of work, and at the same time, they briefed them on the consequences of unsafe behavior and non-compliance. So their awareness was increased. Also, the scaffolding team verified the inspection and maintenance record and green tagged the scaffold. So the risk was controlled on the spot. So the status of this observation is closed. This observation is labeled as unsafe loose material near the live road. Hazard is material collapse. Immediate cause is unsafe condition. What is the issue here? Our scaffolding team stored their scaffolding material, tubes, poles, and planks in the temporary material storage frame. One side of the frame is totally unsecure. Also, the stacking height is exceeding the safe stacking limits, generally referred to the height of jersey barriers placed next to these materials. Now, as per our implemented safe work procedures, which are aligned with the client's requirement, loose material storage is strictly prohibited, and the safe stacking limits are mandatory to follow all the time. Now, this situation is creating a material collapse hazard, violation of live road safe work procedure, and creating the non-compliance. Location is area 2. Consequences: material collapse may cause serious injuries. Material falling onto the live road may lead to the serious traffic incidents, traffic disruption, and we have to face the implications of non-compliance. Action taken: a safety team reported the issue, notified the area scaffolding supervisor to enforce the live road safe work procedures effectively, ensure that all the materials are appropriately secured, and safe stacking limits are followed all the time. At the same time, restricted the access to the immediate vicinity until the actions are completed. Scaffolding team responded very positively and initiated the actions, but actions are still ongoing. So the status of this observation is still open, and HSE team is following up. This observation is labeled as a chemical exposure, same is the hazard here, immediate cause is unsafe act. What is the issue here? Our safety team observed that two of our masonry workers were doing cement plastering without appropriate PPEs. Direct contact with the wet chemical was observed. Also, they suspected the unsafe handling of the dry cement as well. Now, as per our implemented procedures, which are aligned with the client's requirement, suitable mandatory PPEs, which are recommended by the manufacturer or the client, must be wear during the any sort of chemical handling. Now, this situation is creating a serious health hazard, safety hazard, violation of the safe work procedure, and a non-compliance. Location is area 3. Consequences. So, exposure to the hazardous substances can cause serious health issues like irritations, allergic reactions, and respiratory issues, and chances of the physical injuries as well due to the direct contact with the chemicals. Action taken, a safety team reported the issue, notified the task supervisor to enforce the safe work procedures effectively, mandate the appropriate recommended PPEs for any sort of chemical handling. Also, team called upon the safety stand down for the involved people along with their supervisor. The team briefed them on the safety concerns, health concerns, importance of the following the safe work procedure, implications of unsafe behavior and non-compliance. Worker awareness was increased on the spot, PPE compliance was ensured, so the immediate risk was controlled on the spot. So the status of this observation is closed. This observation is positive observation, good practice, labeled as safe teamwork. Safety team observed that all the members of a steel fixing team were using all the appropriate PPEs very effectively. Location is area 3, positive impacts, safe workers, reduced risk of the injuries from the falling objects, sharp objects, and other hazards. Also, demonstrating the commitment with the HSE. Recommendation, continue this practice, reward and recognition for the team involved, to influence the motivational reinforcement. Also, share this good practice with the other teams via TBT to motivate everyone. Now, beyond noting these observations, one should have a very good idea that these observations are very powerful tool in HSE management. Basically, these observations are our complete track record of past, present, and future performance history. These observations help us in identifying the root causes if we face any significant or persistent deviation or problem in our system. At the same time, these observations guide us toward the corrective actions if there are any minor changes, deviations in our system, so that to ensure that our systems are always consistent and sustainable. So, as a safety professional, it is very important for you to develop your skills in taking observations of the professional level. So, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.